Hello, so I'm here to give you some tips and pointers on how to set up your nest box. So the nest box can be set up at any time of the year, but the best time of the year to set it up is in the autumn or the winter. The reason being is that during the long cold nights of the winter, birds are going to be looking for roosting spots. Another reason is that some birds, such as the blue tit, start scouting out nesting sites in early February. So the earlier you have your nest box up, the more likely they're going to see the nest box, they're going to investigate it, and they're going to be familiar with it. So make sure you have your nest box up early. But where do you set up your nest box? That will depend on what type of birds you're trying to attract to your garden. This is a grey tit box and this is a blue tit box. These boxes should be sited at least 2 meters from the ground, preferably 2 to 5 meters. When you're attaching them, make sure you put them in a north to east facing direction. The reason being is that during the summer you don't want the direct sun shining on your nest box, as the nest box will overheat. You also don't want it facing west, as the prevailing winds in Ireland come from the west, and if you have it facing west, then the rain is going to blow into the nest box, make it damp, make it less likely that birds are going to stay in the nest box itself. When it comes to the wren is a different story again. The wren is a small bird, prefers to stay low to the ground, and it's a very shy little bird, so always hangs around in small garden shrubs or in dense ivy. That's where you need to put your nest box. It's going to be hidden, and where the wren is going to be comfortable to be able to go in and out, and it's going to be safe from predators. Now, how do you set up your nest box? For these nest boxes, if you look on the backboard here, you've got 2 little notches, and just a screw in here, and a screw in here. Attach it to the wall, make sure it's secure, just give it a little tug to make sure it's secure. With these ones here, we've got a keyhole notch in the back. Just put in your screw far enough into wherever you're putting it up, so that the box can just slide in over the screw and slide down. Once that's in, that's not going to be going anywhere. We're going to put up some of our nest boxes, and we'll go take a look. So after a bit of searching, we've found a perfect place for our nest box. We're going to put up this nice blue tit nest box. We're going to put it into this tree here, about 2.5 meters from the ground, so that would be the perfect height for them. We're going to face it in a northerly direction, so it's not going to be in the direct sun, nor is it going to be in the prevailing winds, which means that the rain isn't going to blow into it. Now, the thing to remember when putting up nest boxes is that if you're putting up 2 nest boxes for the same bird species, make sure that you space them far apart, at least 10 meters. The reason being is that nesting birds are very, very territorial. 1 nest box for the blue tit, and 1 maybe for the grey tit, or 1 for the wren. Now, what we've also found is the perfect area for a wren box. As I said earlier, wrens like to be in dense shrubbery, so we found this nice piece of ivy here on a tree. We'll be putting the nest box into it. Wrens prefer to be lower to the ground, so we're going to have it just between 1 and 2 meters from the ground. We'll set it up, and then hopefully later on in the year we'll get some wrens.